Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back to the video today. And today the Indianapolis Colts have signed Germaine Pratt, linebacker, who was just released by the Las Vegas Raiders. So earlier this Sunday, you had Germaine Pratt on the Raiders going up against the Colts, and the Raiders and Pratt getting their butts kicked. And now Pratt's signing with the Colts. Pratt must have been impressed with what he saw from the Colts this past week when he faced them, because now he's signing a one-year deal with them. But, look, I think that Pratt really didn't play that poorly, in his 4 games with the Raiders, 4 games, 4 starts. He was only allowing 19 receiving yards per game, only allowed 74 receiving yards on 13 receptions. And let's remember that Pratt last year was allowing 40 receiving yards per game. He gave up almost 700 receiving yards in a total of 17 games with the Bengals last year. I think his pass coverage has been a lot better this year than it was compared to what it was with the Cincinnati Bengals last season. And, he's done a really solid job. He's got 25 tackles for the Raiders in 4 games and 4 starts, 1 tackle for loss. Now, as of why they released Pratt, I think it ultimately, when I think about why you're seeing this release happen, I believe it's probably a locker room issue. I think when you see a 1-4 team and you've got someone who's maybe not playing amazing, maybe they're not playing like a superstar, but playing at the level where they're playing decent and not doing absolutely terrible. But you see a team that is struggling cut a guy like Pratt. Ultimately, the thing that speaks to me is, okay, this guy might be a locker room issue. And if are you worried about that with the signing for Indianapolis? I would say no, because I think if Germaine Pratt was cut because he was a locker room issue, he was a locker room issue because the Las Vegas Raiders were losing. The Las Vegas Raiders were really struggling, and that's something the Indianapolis Colts aren't doing right now. The Indianapolis Colts are balling right now. They're 4-1. Their only loss suffered, because of a terrible play by Adonai Mitchell that should have been a touchdown. So really, the Colts are a couple plays away from being 5-0. Their defense has been outstanding this year. So I think that Pratt's a good addition, and unless the Colts really start struggling, I don't think Pratt would be that big of an issue in the locker room. But it's not like the Raiders have confirmed like he was an issue in the locker room. But if a guy's playing well, a guy's not absolutely playing terrible, and they get cut on a 1-4 team, I automatically assume there's issues in the locker room, or a guy's upset that they're on a losing team and are very frustrated. And but something Pratt is something he's used to is slow starts. Being with the Cincinnati Bengals, with the time he's used to slow starts. But I think there was always hope with the Cincinnati Bengals that they'll recover on their seasons and the past seasons, and they have done a good job. Like the Bengals starting off 0-3 like they did last year, and somehow made it to a 10-7 record. They've had really bad starts, and so that's something he's been used to with his former team, the Bengals. But I don't think there is much as hope with the Raiders right now as there was in the past years with the Bengals for Pratt. But I think that this is a really solid signing for the Colts. They've already got a good defense. I like this addition for them. You guys let me know your thoughts on the signing in the comment section, and peace out.